President Trump ordered the Pentagon to immediately resume testing nuclear weapons. On Air Force One, the president told reporters it's to keep up with countries like China and Russia.
About resuming nuclear testing, what prompted you to do that right before the meeting?
It had to do with others. They seem to all be nuclear testing.
Russia?
We have more nuclear weapons than anybody. We don't do testing. We've halted it many years ago. But with others doing testing, I think it's appropriate that we do also.
Any details around the testing, sir? Like where, when?
It'll be announced. We have test sites. It'll be announced.
The Middle East is rapidly changing. There are prophets that say the world will come to an end in the Middle East. You know that, right? And we have weapons today that are so scary. When you look, I rebuilt them all. And when you look at the weapons we have today, the biggest threat we have in the world today is nuclear weapons. And we have other weapons, too, that are devastating. But the nuclear weapons, the biggest threat we have in the world today. But I brought, just a little list of look at this, wars.
President Trump wanted to make sure we saw the list of 8 international conflicts he says he's been able to end since returning to office.
And you have branded yourself the peace president.
Well, I think I did pretty good. I solved, those are 8 of the 9 wars I solved. Peace through strength, and that's what it's all about. The United States has the greatest and most powerful military in the, right now, history of the world. I can tell you we have weapons that nobody's ever dreamt of. I only hope we never have to use them. I rebuilt the military. I was proud to do it, but some of the things I hated to do. I hated certain of the weapons because the level of power is so enormous. It's so dangerous, so bad. But we have to do what we have to do. We make the best weapons in the world, and we've got a lot of them. And we've given a lot to Israel, frankly. Bibi would call me so many times, can you get me this weapon, that weapon, that weapon? Some of them I never heard of, Bibi, and I made them. But we'd get them here, wouldn't we? And they are the best. They are the best. But you used them well. It also takes people that know how to use them. And you obviously used them very well. Great nations do not fight endless wars.
Donald Trump says he's asked the U.S. Defense Department to prepare for potential military action in Nigeria. The U.S. president says it's because Nigeria's government is failing to stop what he calls the persecution of Christians. In a social media post, Trump said the U.S. is immediately stopping all aid and assistance to Nigeria. He went on to say he was instructing the military to prepare for possible action. Nigeria has denied the allegations.
Nigeria also has a lot of natural resources, minerals, gold, and oil. Lots of oil. It's got the second largest proven reserves on the African continent and is the 12th largest producer worldwide.
From Air Force One, the questions remained up in the air. Will the United States greenlight land strikes on Venezuela? And is it planning to oust Nicolas Maduro as he claims? While speaking on a flight from Florida to Washington, the U.S. president remained vague about any plans for a land strike.
Are there actual plans for those strikes in the near future?
Well, how could I answer a question like that? Are there plans for a strike on Venezuela? Who would say that? Supposing there were, would I say that to you?
Since early September, the U.S. has carried out over a dozen strikes on boats in the Caribbean and in the Pacific, in what it says is a counter-drug and counter-terrorism mission. But it is yet to publicly provide any evidence that the boats were threats. It's also sent warships to the area, raising questions about the White House's plans. On Sunday, in an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes, Donald Trump denied he's looking at going to war with Venezuela, but he did say regime change could be coming.
Is it about stopping narcotics, or is this about getting rid of President Maduro?
No, this is about many things. This is a country that allowed their prisons to be emptied into our country. To me, that would be almost number one.
On Venezuela in particular, are Maduro's days as president numbered?
I would say, yeah. I think so, yeah.
For Venezuela's president, the U.S.'s motives have long been clear. Nicolas Maduro regularly says that the U.S. wants to oust him.
Everything that is being done against Venezuela is to justify a war, regime change, and to steal our immense oil wealth, which is the largest oil reserve and the fourth largest gas reserve in the world.
Maduro, who's been in power since 2013, is no stranger to repressing opposition and dissent. Amidst the escalation with the U.S., he's mobilized Venezuela's troops, all the while continuing to benefit from the military support of nations like Russia, Iran, and Cuba.